bitter, right? I don't know why God chose to do this, but he did. And we got a couple more here. So we got Moroth. What comes after? What city does he name after? It's verse 13. Lachish. Harness the chariot to the team of horses, O inhabitant of Lachish. She was the beginning of sin to the daughter of Zion, because in you were found the rebellious acts of Israel. The word Lachish, or the name Lachish, sounds like a Hebrew word for the phrase to the team or join to the team. So again, the play on words here, harness the chariot of the team, and he names Lachish in that moment. So we have that parallel. Then we have just a couple more here. What do we have? Moresheth. Now Moresheth, what do we know about Moresheth? Other than what it means, but what do we know about Moresheth as it relates to the prophet Micah? That's where Micah was from. And Steve shared that with us last week when he went over the historical account of things. In verse 14, it says, therefore you will give, notice there, my version says parting gifts. You have a different term there in verse 14? Therefore you will give parting gifts. Anyone have something different? Presents. Very good. All right. Presents or parting gifts. Therefore you will give parting gifts or presents on behalf of Moresheth Gath. Well, Moresheth, that word or that name is similar to a Hebrew word for betrothed or gifted to. So when he says that you will give parting gifts or give presents, that is a play on a word that sounds like Moresheth in the Hebrew. I think this is my last one. No. And then the last two, Akzib. He says here, the houses of Akzib will become a deception. All right. Well, Akzib is related to a Hebrew word for lie, right? So, or to tell a lie, right? So when he references deception, we see that embodied in the name Akzib as well. And finally, he says in verse 15, moreover, I will bring on you the one who takes possession, O inhabitant of Marshah. One more time. Moreover, I will bring on you the one who takes possession, O inhabitant of Marashah. Marashah means conqueror. God is saying, to you, conqueror, I'm going to bring a conqueror on you. Again, a play on words. All right? All right. So this is, and we're going to end with this morning. And so I just want us to understand, I mean, the takeaways this morning is that, number one, Micah prophesied during the same time that Isaiah, Amos, and Hosea did. That's 5 minutes, but we're going to end now. The second thing is that God is not happy with the nation. Right now, Ramon rightly points out that idolatry is one of the things that he's concerned about. But when we move into chapter 2, when Steve moves us into chapter 2, we're going to notice some similarities of things that Hosea called out when he prophesied, right? And the last thing is that I want you to understand is, and I'll back the slide up one more time, is that part of the prophecy is to the coming punishment that God will unleash on his people through invasions by heathen nations. What we just read about was the yellow box with the green star about, what we just read about is the second box around 700 BC when Assyria attacked the southern kingdom. So all of those poetic devices, all those cities that were named, everything but Jerusalem was named. He says that they came to the gate. They didn't conquer Jerusalem, but they conquered those other cities. And those plays on words were southern kingdom cities. And then eventually, he's also going to forecast or prophesy about the Babylonian captivity event that will happen about 150 or so years later. So that's what I want you to understand for today. Idolatry is the sin of being called out right now. But as we get into chapter 2, when Steve picks us up, we'll look at other sins that the nation is guilty of. Any questions or comments before we close? Anybody? All right, I know it's a lot of heady information. But stay with it, and we'll pick up chapter 2 next week. We are dismissed, everyone. Thank you.